おととい、生徒が数人校長室にやってきまして、この学校の運営に関する要望を聞かせてもらいました。大きく言いますと、要点は一つ、教育現場における生徒たちの意思や自由をもっと尊重してほしいと、この一点に尽きるようです。その純粋な思いに私も大いに賛同いたします。ですが、そのためには当然身の安全が保障されなければ教育そのものもできません。先日も本来安全であるべきはずの教育現場が脅かされてしまうという前例が生じてしまいました。非常に残念です。
Japanese American director Neo Sora's 2024 coming-of-age film, Happy End, set in the near future, depicts the subtle rise of fascist policies within a school district as political tensions erupt in the wake of an earthquake. Following a prank on the head teacher, the school installs an AI-powered facial detection surveillance system, which keeps track of students' every move and enforces penalties for wrongdoing. In his studies, John Unsworth recognizes this as a form of digital fascism. He states, 21st century fascism is not just about governing through force, it's also about surveillance. It's about AI in the service of fascism, as a tool of surveillance. Sora carefully chose how to depict this in the film. Borrowing from documentarian Kazuhiro Soda, he instead uses the phrase dispassionate fascism to describe the security system. He states, it's more about this slow, quiet sense of fascism that presents itself as really boring, and because of that, no one's paying attention. They just go ahead and do whatever they want. When such technology is used against younger people, they're forced into helplessness and are expected to conform to these unfair circumstances without resistance. Music has long been synonymous with political resistance. Director Neo Sora recognizes this and purposely chooses to incorporate techno music and rave culture to display direct rebellion against authoritarianism. During its emergence, underground techno raves were set up in unknown locations to avoid police interference. It is a genre that is inherently about freedom and retaliation. Sora's choice to have the characters be involved in this particular music scene shows their willingness and desire to break conformity, and almost satirizes the harmless nature of such through focusing on the over-the-top repercussions that the characters face. Sora instantly sets the political tone of the film by displaying the different levels of anxiety between separate racial groups. In the rave, at the police's arrival, Ko is quick to leave before Yuta, as he knows that a Japanese national of Korean descent is likely to get in more trouble than someone who is native, despite his family's residence spanning over 4 generations. In interviews, Sora has noted that at its core, the film is a commentary on the lasting effects of Japanese colonialism. He references the Kanto massacre that occurred in 1923 in the aftermath of an earthquake, in which military, police, and even civilians murdered an estimated 6,000 people, mainly Koreans, based solely on ethnic differences. During this, police misinformed public, gave orders to kill, and assassinated political leaders. He uses historical parallels to this in the film in a way of questioning how far Japan has really come. The authorities in Happy End similarly used the earthquake to enact an emergency decree, stating that foreigners commit increased illegal activity following natural disasters, allowing them to further push their negative agendas and increase police presence. Throughout its runtime, we see the characters observing protests and watching political issues arise from a safe distance and through TV screens. In what should be the best years of their lives, they feel helpless, seeing these issues unfold right in front of their very eyes, knowing that they've been left to try and figure them out for themselves.
私だってこんなに怒りたくないよ。でも毎日こんな理不尽なことが繰り返されてたら怒りたくもなるよ。同世代はそんなこと誰も考えようともしないんだよ。もう最初から全部諦めてんだよ。
Xenophobia is a heavily covered topic throughout the film. Ko is constantly mistreated due to his Korean heritage.
特に君みたいな育ちのやつはね、特別永住者証明書が登録されてませんよ。
In one scene, when non-Japanese students are forced to leave the classroom, it becomes strikingly obvious that the system treats them unfairly, penalizing them even after they've been forced to leave. Sora displays this in an attempt to show real-world worries about how this technology can be used in a race-based manner. As the film starts out, we witness the characters performing acts of passive rebellion, whether that's sneaking into school to play techno music, putting their middle finger up at surveillance systems, smoking cigarettes, or stealing equipment. Sora explores how the lack of resistance can leak into other areas of life, such as affecting friendships. Ko, in his personal knowledge of mistreatment, admires his classmate Fumi's activism when she awkwardly corrects someone's description of the police, when the rest of his class is made uncomfortable. He recognizes that he has significantly more to lose as a Korean than his mostly Japanese classmates. This relationship evolves as Ko becomes closer to her. He joins an activist group with Fumi and a teacher at the school, where they plan to attend protests and participate in more active rebellion. Writer Rebecca Solnit, in her studies of the powers of activism, states, "Waiting until everything looks feasible is too long to wait." Going against this statement, Yuta, on the other hand, only participates when it starts to affect him. He instead sticks to his ways as he isn't affected as seriously. Yuta's naivety is perfectly depicted in a line he says to a manager whilst in a job interview.
最近の音楽は聴かないですね。新しいものってもうないじゃないですか。だから古い名作を発見することしかできないと思って。
Although Yuta is speaking about music, it displays how comfortable he is in his own ways, and Sora uses the line to criticize colonialist mindsets. This disagreement marks a fork in the road for the two's friendship. The earthquake almost works metaphorically as a literal rupture of their relationship. The most important moment of direct rebellion is seen when a group of students storm the principal's office and demand the removal of a surveillance system. The students participate in a sit-in protest, stating they won't leave until it's removed. The principal, displaying clear signs of fascist strategies, tries to offer a peaceful bribe. Writer Thomas Sandor claims refusing the bribe is an assertion that the civic bond is not a commercial relation. In stating this, he infers the refusal of a bribe is the ultimate act of selflessness. After intimidated by a masked figure, the principal gives in and confirms that he will comply and will remove the surveillance system. The next day, during an announcement to the school, he makes a change to his agreement, saying that the masked figure must reveal themselves for the removal to go ahead. Sora builds on the idea that selflessness is a powerful form of resistance through Yuta having a change of heart, knowing Ko was the perpetrator, instead claiming responsibility himself. As the film proves in its final moments, I will make the claim that Neo-Sora's happy end proves that active rebellion and selflessness both prevail against authoritarianism and can be seen as the ultimate act of resistance.